Hey, welcome back to another podcast by Sam Pies. I want to first thank every single individual that has gone on to watch my podcast on YouTube and everything going on. We have over 120,000 views. We have over 1,000 subscribers now. I just want to thank all those that have taken that time to make this possible and getting the information out that we're sharing on the podcast. Thank you. Hey, welcome back. This segment today, we're talking about everything that's going on with the immigration, the administration with Donald Trump, and everything just happening right now. If you guys remember in my book, El Presidente, The American Dream, I wrote it in 2015, and I talked about all the deportation of 12 to 14 million, and a lot of people laughed. My brothers laughed at me. Everybody was laughing. A lot of individuals, hey, there's no way they're going to deport 12, 14 million. Well, I kept repeating the same information, letting everybody know this was already taking place with HUD. HUD stopped giving housing to the children. Even though the children had Social Security numbers, the parents were illegal, so they stopped that. Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac stopped buying the loans from ITIN numbers, and so I told my wife in 2016, here it comes. The government is now preparing to close any type of help to illegals that came here to America without a visa, without a permit, without permission, and here we are today. I'm telling everybody, you have to create LLCs and corporations to put your assets in. Right now, they just raided a couple of businesses in the Valley, a bakery being one. They arrested the owners. They arrested everybody that was working there, and they charged the owners with human trafficking, hiring illegals, and bedding those individuals also. So it's against the law to hire illegals. That's what E-Verify is all about. So I'm telling people and I'm warning people that you have to be very careful. The first step for Donald Trump and the government was to get rid of all the rebellious people, whether they were criminals. Those people that have no consideration of the law can be very strong rebels against anything that's going on with the city, the government, and they have a stronghold or an influence, or they create power and intimidation. And so those are the first steps that we had to do in America, is get rid of those individuals that could rise up. The second thing was going after the owners and businesses and allowing them or forcing them to E-Verify each individual that they hire now working for them, because it's a law. You cannot hire an illegal for your business to work here in America. You can get fined, you could be in prison, you could be charged human trafficking, hiring illegals, and you will be fined. They can shut your business down. Next thing is a lot of people have been calling me, what do you see next, Sam? I see that they're going to be freezing the bank accounts with ITIN numbers. My opinion, this is my opinion. So I would manage the minimum amount to pay your bills, whatever you need, and hold back some cash or get some cryptocurrency or something that you can hold, some type of liquidity, so in case they freeze those bank accounts. The next thing I see is they go after all the mortgages with ITIN numbers. So if you are an individual with an ITIN number, have worked here 20 years, 30 years, filing your tax returns, following the law, you stepped into America illegally, so that meant you bought a house illegal, you had kids here illegal, you opened bank accounts illegally, you opened the companies illegally. So now I'm advising or giving my opinion that you need to set up LLCs and trusts so that you can put these assets in. Have people file liens on these properties or these assets, so that way if they seize these assets, they at least have to pay the lien holder, in my opinion, so they can send this money back home and possibly bring you back as an investor. So this podcast is all about what's going on right now, the next steps. You could read my book, El Presidente, The American Dream. I talked about it in 15, sent it to Trump in 16, had him sign off on it. And I definitely have steps in there to protect your assets. You guys have worked 20, 30 years here, and you deserve to at least be able to sell your assets or whatever assets you can take back home to leave with those assets. So please get with your accountant, get with your attorney to file your LLCs or trusts, or even give us a call at 281-977-3730, and we can help you set up those LLCs and the trusts. This episode, we are talking a lot about the administration of Donald Trump and the policies that are taking effect right now. And so right now, I believe the most affected are the children that are born here. And of course, we know that they're trying to take away birthrights right now. And we're going to see what the Supreme Court, I believe that's where it's going to go to make a decision on this. I mean, about the amendment, the Constitution, and everything that it is. And so I'm telling a lot of people, you have to pay attention to Donald Trump. And there's several books that he's written and other people that have written books on Donald Trump. He plays a lot of gambits. And what I mean by gambits, it's, for example, this table and the microphone. Donald Trump will concentrate on getting you to believe that he wants to buy the table when he's after the microphone. So most people will concentrate on the table and try to get the highest prize, not realizing that the microphone is the most important thing that's of value to him. So if you're listening to his policies and the people that are being in place right now, I'm looking at the IRS maybe getting abolished. We had no taxation before World War II. Every war, the Civil War, World War I, World War II, was supposed to have taxes to raise capital to fund the war. And then after the war, we went back to no taxation. This is where Trump is taking America. No taxation in America for businesses. And of course, we had the robber barons, the Carnegies, the JP Morgan, the Rockefellers, the Vanderbilts. All these guys created their vast wealth with no taxation. So he's headed in that same direction so that we minimize what the government can do to large businesses, monopolies, and everything that's going on right now. So pay attention to what's going on. I can't stress enough how important it is for you to start your business today. If you're an ITIN individual, start an LLC, start a business, because possibly your business can now sponsor you or bring you back legally through a visa. Through an HB1, a HB2, EB5, all the different types of visas that are out there right now. That's what I would be concentrating and looking at. Right now, we can't vote for another president. The president's already in. He's already got his agenda. He's already got his people in line. Patel just got voted in on the FBI. I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with the FBI as the IRS and everything that's happening. So I've been shifting or pivoting my company to be able to have access to the assets or the chaos that's here, looking for the opportunity to exploit, to do the best that I can to help people, but at the same time, feed my family, my grandkids, and what I'm doing right now. So I tell a lot of people, this is the best time to be an LLC, a corporation, a trust. You set up these entities so that you can protect your assets and possibly get a sponsorship through your own companies doing this. Again, pay attention to what Donald Trump is doing and look up the laws. Look and see what's enforced already, like E-Verify. That's already a law. He doesn't have to pass that in the Senate or the House. That is already a law. So he is pushing the laws to the limit that are already there. And so he told everybody in the campaign he was going to deport. Here we are. And so a lot of people voted for him recognizing this, but just voting for him wasn't enough. You had to prepare for how he was thinking, what he was looking at, and the best way to do that is by being a corporation right now in America that we might even get taxed at 15% if that stays in place. Hey, I just want to thank everybody for listening. To go to our YouTube, subscribe, look us up on Facebook. We're giving all the information that we can. We got memberships of LMS memberships on the personal side and the business side. We're doing a lot of the services and things that you need as a business owner at discounts with your LMS membership. Again, I want to thank all my viewers, all the subscribers that are following and that are now subscribing. Thank you, and I really do appreciate you. Get the message out.